Alright, here's my Redcat MT modified. Was 2-stroke, removed it, put in the Castle Creations kit. Don't worry about the paint. I accidentally painted the outside, used clear, and due to jumping and stuff like that, the paint has started to flake dramatically. So, here we go. Not much. See the homemade wheelie bar and stuff like that because it needs it. This right here is the strap to hold my phone for speed runs. These right here are my RGB LEDs, which I ran by this, my remote. It works. But the difference between mine and everybody else's is this. That's an XBE spur gear with a 16-tooth Castle pinion, Castle XL2, the newest 2028 with a roving fan because I haven't got the Castle fan yet. This right here lets me know the volts, my own battery mount. I'm still running the bar in the back so that way I get extra needed support. I do need to put one more screw in there because I neglected to put that in. But the wheelie bars work. It'll hold it because otherwise it flips on its roof and I can't be having that. A lot of zip ties and cobbled up wiring, but that's just temporarily to make sure that it works with the heavy rims and tires. I hate those things. It's a flaw, should be fixed. My infrared controller for the RGBs, planning on putting the LEDs on it. It flip-flops colors right now, strobes, fades, etc. My aluminum battery mount, pretty solid. I mean, I just bash around the yard, do some jumps. I've jumped over that truck, my Saturn View, with this. It is really fast, and hopefully today I'll be able to show you a video of that said speed, because people have asked about how fast this really goes and don't believe it's that fast. You will see it. These wheelies that it does is insane. On 6S, by the way, not 8S. And you'll see right here this shaft compared to that one. That's the stock shaft out of my XBE. And this is a piece of, I think it's cold forged steel, don't quote me on that. And then I put these bolts inside to hold it, but I keep on snapping these bolts, so I might have to drill the cups a little bit bigger so people can actually see this thing work good without me breaking shafts. People may complain about my motor mount ability and all of that, but it functions, and that's all that matters, and it's faster than, I won't say competitors' names, but their kits, because difference is I'm running a XBE gear ratio and they're running a truck converted ratio. And theirs barely does wheelies on 8S, let alone on 6S, as violently as this one does. I tried the 18-tooth pinion and keeps on sliding off, so if I could maybe find a different pinion. And by the way, the LED red light is the laser that shows you where things are going. Running stock steering servo right now until I get better BEC for the Savex. I may have said that wrong, don't special thanks to redcat.com. They are awesome with their advice and tips. Much appreciated. Hope to throw some 707 RC stuff on here at some point. Its bigger brother is in the process of being built, which is almost double, if not double, the size of this, with a Power Wheels body, go-kart racing suspension, and racing go-kart tires. It's going to be about 24 inches of ground clearance, maybe. I don't know, I'm using this Tide bucket because my truck's so heavy. That's going to be where my ground clearance is going to be on my chassis for the new one. I'm using that as my kind of guideline because I want a lot of, I want it up in the air. It's a monster truck. It's not they're meant for bashing people. They're not meant for just your everyday driving around the yard type deal. You want one of those stadium trucks where it's at. You want something that's gonna do crazy air and go anywhere you want. This is the way to go. Have a good day. Thank you for looking at this. Well, this is what you have its bigger brother. Kind of wrote down the way I want it to kind of look. It's just a basic, so that way when I go to mount this stuff, I don't have a problem. And only these kids weren't so loud. I had a paintball gun, I might be able to let them have it once, so if I could take this video. But this is the truck. That's its bigger brother. And that's a 5-gallon bucket. Based off of that ground clearance, this thing's going to be huge. And it might take a few years to build because, like most people, I have a budget. So, let's look at this real quick and I'll edit this video and have it on YouTube for you guys until I can get this to outside to run it, because the ground, that grass is all wet, and that's my play area, one of them. But it'll have 4 Success batteries, all 4. Mill that down. This right here is going to be where I put a logo for this truck. I have cage mounts. Basically, I use my XBE chassis along with this one to pretty much lay out this one. Right here are going to be where the suspension arms mount to go down. Full cantilever suspension. I have tons of pics on how to do all this stuff, which is the reason why it's going to take a while. But that's going to be where one motor mount is for the Castle 2028, and this is the other motor mount. It's going to have 2 2028s in here. Maybe overpowering, but for a truck that weighs almost as this one when it's done, if not a little bit more, it's going to be insanely fast. Exo cage idea, possibly. It's, I don't know. Power Wheels body for sure. And this is just kind of the layout. I do have to make the mounts to hold the body because I want it open design. I thought about running a chain driven or shaft driven. That's still to be determined. LEDs that are going to be mounted in these areas right here on the corners, so that way it has full underglow all the way around. Kind of hard to explain all this stuff because I have it laid out the way I want it to, but it'll be a nice truck when it's done. Give it to my son. Have a nice day, you guys. See you soon again. Okay, here's my truck all ready to go. Done. Hayden, stay out of the way. You'll notice that it's got only a 6S battery, Zippy 5000, 32 volts. I'll put down the camera and show you. Try best I can at doing that. You notice the underglow is on. I'm going to turn it off. Okay. Hopefully the shaft holds up. Stay here, Yaya.
Yeah. See that silk? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You gave me. Yeah. Oh, you gave me.
So far, a few runs and it's running 23.8, I believe it says right there. I don't know why it does that glitching thing. 23.8. Hard to tell her what that says. 22.8. Pretty soon it's going to go off. Burn up this battery right quick. I don't think I can get it to pop it really now with this little battery and wet tires, but
Hi. Go. Do a burnout. Alright, sounds good. Bye, Dad. Daddy sucks.
shut her down.
Yeah.
Here it is. Hopefully you liked the video. Wet tires, never a good thing on a truck like this, but and a halfway used battery too at that. Otherwise it probably for sure would have popped a wheelie. See you soon for another video where I get it past the speed run, because obviously where I'm at, it's my play area right there. But looking at the crazy weather we're going to be having, I doubt it'll be today. But my play area right here. Thank you for looking at the video. My truck, one of a kind. I'm out.